Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into something I bet a lot of you haven't heard about before, bee bread.
Oh, yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
Now, I don't know about you, but when I first heard the name, I imagined, those little loaves of bread,
Mm,
like they'd be serving them up in a tiny bee cafe or something.
like tiny little bee feasts.
But as it turns out, bee bread isn't actually bread at all.
No, not at all.
So to help us separate fact from fiction, we have our bee expert joining us again.
Happy to be here.
Could you tell us what bee bread actually is?
Well, bee bread is basically this fermented mix of pollen and honey and a little bit of bee saliva.
Okay, so we've got fermented pollen and bee saliva in the mix.
Yep, that's the basic recipe.
That's not something you hear every day, but it does sound pretty intriguing, I gotta say.
It really is.
Before we get into why people might want to eat this stuff, though, I'm curious.
Yeah.
What's the role of bee bread in the hive itself?
So bee bread is actually the main protein source for the hive.
Uh,
It's essential for the bees' growth and development and keeps them healthy and buzzing.
So it's the protein powerhouse
Exactly.
for the whole colony.
And it's not just protein. It's like this incredible source of all sorts of nutrients. Carbohydrates, vitamins, minerals, even probiotics.
Oh, hold on. So it's not just protein.
Yeah.
It's like this full-on nutritional buffet for the bees.
Pretty much.
And all from these tiny little creatures.
Right.
It really makes you wonder how they create something so complex.
Well, it's a pretty remarkable process, I have to say.
I bet.
It all starts with the worker bees out there diligently collecting pollen from all the different flowers.
Oh, I can just imagine them
Yeah.
covered in pollen like little flying teddy bears.
Yeah, covered from head to toe. They use their legs and all those little hairs all over their bodies to gather it all up.
Now, are they bringing just raw pollen back to the hive?
Well, they're smart little creatures, so they don't just bring back raw pollen. No.
Okay.
They mix it with nectar and enzymes right there on their legs.
Oh, wow. So they're like making it
Yeah.
on the go.
On the go.
Like tiny little bee chefs.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. They're creating these perfectly compact packages called pollen pellets.
So they've got their prepped ingredients all ready to go, but how do they even carry all that back to the hive?
Right, so for that, they have these things called pollen baskets,
Okay.
which are these special little pouches on their hind legs.
Oh, wow. So they're like packing it in.
Yeah. It's incredible how organized and efficient they are.
Yeah.
They carry these pellets back and deposit them into honeycomb cells back at the hive.
Okay.
But get this. They put them in cells that are strategically located near the brood.
Oh, so that's where the baby bees are.
Exactly. So they have easy access to all this nutritious goodness.
Like putting the pantry right next to the nursery?
Exactly. It all makes sense when you think about it like that.
It really does. It's fascinating.
Isn't? But wait, there's more. It's not as simple as just dropping off the pollen.
Okay. I figured there had to be another step.
The next step is all about organization and preparation. The worker bees, they actually arrange the pollen in layers within those honeycomb cells.
Wow. So they're serious about their food storage.
They are.
That seems like a lot of effort to go just to store pollen, though.
Well, there's a secret ingredient that really takes things to a whole new level.
Okay. I'm listening. What is it?
It's fermentation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fermentation. So they're actually making
Kind of like, yeah.
more complex food.
Yeah, a superfood, really.
Wow.
So they add honey and glandular secretions to the pollen.
Okay.
And this introduces all these enzymes and beneficial microorganisms that kick off a natural lactic acid fermentation process, like how we ferment foods like sauerkraut or yogurt.
Oh, right. It's like they were fermenting long before we were.
Exactly.
It's fascinating.
It really highlights just how incredible nature is.
For sure.
I mean, who would guess that bees were these master fermenters all along?
Right. It's amazing.
So this natural fermentation process,
Yeah.
is this what makes bee bread a superfood? That's exactly it. This is what transforms it into something truly special.
And this process takes about how long?
It usually takes about 1 to 2 weeks for the full fermentation to happen.
Okay, so about a week or two.
Yeah, and it's not just about, making it taste better or something.
Right.
This fermentation process actually breaks down the tough outer layer of the pollen grains,
Oh.
which unlocks all those nutrients and makes them way easier for the bees to absorb.
So it's like they're pre-digesting it?
Exactly. They're making it more bioavailable so their bodies can actually utilize all that goodness.
That's incredible.
It is. And remember when we mentioned probiotics earlier?
Yeah.
Well, this fermentation process also creates beneficial probiotics for the bees.
So even bees are on the probiotic bandwagon.
You got it. Just like in humans, Probiotics are essential for good digestion and a strong immune system.
Oh, I see. So it's keeping their tiny little bee guts healthy.
Exactly. Plus, it also helps reduce the potential allergens that are sometimes present in raw pollen.
So it's gentler on their systems.
That's right. It's amazing how they've evolved to create such a sophisticated and nutritious food source.
Yeah, it really is mind-blowing.
It is.
So we've got this nutrient-packed substance carefully crafted through a complex multi-step process that's been refined over millions of years of evolution.
It's quite a story, isn't it?
It is. But I'm curious, how far back does human knowledge of bee bread actually go? Did our ancestors know about this stuff?
Bee bread has an incredibly long history, going way back to prehistoric times.
Oh, wow.
You could just imagine our ancestors, watching these buzzing bees and eventually figuring out just how valuable those hive products were.
Yeah, like what is this stuff they're making?
Exactly. And I wouldn't be surprised if they started adding bee bread to their diets pretty early on.
So they were the original bee bread enthusiasts.
Maybe.
That's really cool. But did this knowledge and appreciation for bee bread kind of continue throughout history?
Absolutely. In fact, if we fast forward to ancient Egypt, we see beekeeping clearly documented in their hieroglyphics. It shows just how vital bee products were to their culture. They even used bee bread and pollen in their medicines and religious ceremonies.
Really? So it was like a sacred ingredient for them?
Yeah, they saw it as a symbol of purity and a connection to nature.
Wow, so it was really intertwined with their beliefs.
Very much so. And speaking of ancient wisdom, let's jump over to ancient Greece and Rome for a second. Renowned scholars like Hippocrates, who, is considered the father of medicine, and Dioscorides, who was a prominent physician and botanist, they both recognized the health benefits of bee bread.
Really? So even way back then, they were hip to bee bread?
Yeah. They even understood that fermentation made it easier to digest.
Oh, so they knew about the power of fermentation.
Yeah, they preferred it as a source of nutrition because of that.
It's amazing how this ancient knowledge was passed down through generations.
Yeah, it really is.
But what about modern science? Has it confirmed what these ancient cultures seem to already know about bee bread?
You bet. Modern research has really solidified bee bread status as a sought-after superfood.
So it's lived up to the hype.
It has. Studies haven't only confirmed its impressive nutritional value, but they've also highlighted things like its rich probiotic content and incredible bioavailability.
Oh, so our bodies can actually absorb and use those nutrients.
Exactly. It's a perfect marriage of ancient wisdom and modern science.
I love that. It's like the best of both worlds.
It is.
But before we get into the specific health benefits of bee bread, I'm really curious about the key nutrients that make it so special.
Oh, yeah.
What exactly are we getting when we consume this bee-made marvel?
You're in for a treat. Bee bread is a true nutritional powerhouse, and we're going to break it all down for you right now.
Okay, let's do it.
So buckle up. We're about to dive into the fascinating world of bee bread nutrition.
Perfect. I'm ready to be amazed.
I think you will be.
All right, so let's break it down. What are we talking about here when we say bee bread is a nutritional powerhouse?
Well, first off, bee bread is packed with protein. We're talking like 20 to 35% protein.
Whoa, that's a lot.
It is. And not just any protein. This is high-quality stuff. Bee bread contains all 9 essential amino acids.
Oh, wow. So it's a complete protein.
It is, meaning it has all the building blocks our bodies need but can't make on their own.
Wow, that's pretty impressive coming from, a tiny bee.
Right. Nature's pretty amazing.
It is. So we've got the protein covered, but what about carbs?
Ah, yes, the carbs.
Are those the good kind, or should we be worried about a sugar rush?
Don't worry, bee bread's got you covered there too.
Okay, good.
The carbs in bee bread, which make up about 35 to 55%, are the kind that provide sustained energy.
So no sugar crashes.
Exactly, no crashing here. It's not just simple sugars either. We're talking complex carbs that give you long-lasting fuel.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Plus, bee bread also contains dietary fiber, which, as you know, is super important for keeping things moving, if you know what I mean.
Right, for gut health. So bee bread is like fuel for our bodies and our good gut bacteria.
2 birds, 1 stone.
It's a multitasker. Okay, I'm liking this more and more, but we can't forget about fats.
Oh, the fats, yes.
Everyone's always talking about healthy fats.
Right.
Does bee bread deliver on that front?
Oh, it most definitely does.
Okay, good.
So lipids, which are the fancy name for fats, make up about 1 to 10% of bee bread.
Okay.
And these are the good guys, the healthy fats we want.
Okay, what kind are we talking about?
We're talking omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, essential for brain health, heart health, you name it.
Okay, wow.
And it even contains things like phospholipids, which are crucial for building healthy cell membranes.
Oh, so it's like it was helping to keep our cells strong.
Yeah. Think of them like the building blocks for strong, resilient cells.
I like that bee bread, the cellular architect.
I love it.
All right, so we touched on it before, but you mentioned bee bread contains all the essential amino acids.
Yes.
I'm curious, what are some of the stars of the show in that department, and what do they actually do?
Well, each amino acid has its own unique superpower, so to speak.
Okay, lay it on me.
So, for example, we've got glutamic acid, which is like a brain booster.
Oh, nice.
It enhances cognitive function. It can help with learning.
I could use some of that.
We all could. And it's interesting to note that glutamic acid also plays a key role in that fermentation process we talked about earlier.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Right. Then you've got aspartic acid, which helps regulate hormones and supports a healthy immune system.
Okay, that one's important.
Definitely.
Hmm.
And if you're into fitness, bee bread has leucine, known for its role in stimulating muscle growth.
Ooh, okay, so it's good for athletes.
Absolutely. And what's even cooler is that fermentation actually makes leucine even easier for our bodies to absorb.
So it's like prepped and ready to go.
Exactly. Your muscles will thank you.
I might have to rethink my pre-workout routine now.
Give it a try.
All right, well, I'm sold on the amino acids.
Right.
But what about those other essential nutrients, like vitamins? What's the vitamin situation looking like in bee bread?
Oh, bee bread is bursting with vitamins.
Okay.
It's a particularly rich source of B vitamins, which are like essential for everything.
Oh, yeah, I've heard they're important.
Oh, they're so important. Energy production, nerve function, red blood cell production, even healthy skin.
So many things.
I know, right? And remember how we talked about fermentation being key? Well, it also helps enhance the bioavailability of those B vitamins.
Oh, so we're getting even more bang for our buck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your body can actually use them more efficiently because of that fermentation process.
So efficient.
Bee bread knows what it's doing.
Mm.
But it's not just B vitamins, no.
Oh.
No.
Oh, there's more. What else?
We've got vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that's crucial for immune health and collagen production, for that youthful glow.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
And, of course, vitamin E, which protects our cells from damage, kind of like that internal sunscreen.
Oh, so it's like it's fighting aging from the inside out.
Exactly. It's working hard to keep you healthy and vibrant.
I like the sound of that.
It's a pretty impressive little package, isn't it?
It really is. Okay, so we've got vitamins covered, but what about minerals? Are those on the bee bread menu as well?
Oh, absolutely. Bee bread has got a whole array of essential minerals, each contributing to its nutritional power.
Okay, which ones should we be most excited about?
Well, for starters, we've got calcium, which is, crucial for building strong bones and teeth.
Yes. Got to keep those bones strong.
Right. But it's not just about bones. Calcium also plays a role in nerve function and muscle function.
Oh, wow. So it's a multitasker too.
It is. And guess what?
What?
Fermentation makes it easier to absorb, so your body can actually utilize that calcium more effectively.
I love how bee bread just seems to make everything work better.
It's like nature's little helper. And we can't forget about magnesium, which, everyone's talking about these days.
Yeah, magnesium's having a moment.
It is, and for good reason. It's involved in so many bodily functions, from muscle function and relaxation to even energy production.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize it did all that.
It's a busy mineral, and it's often overlooked, but it's so important for our overall health.
Okay, so we've got calcium, magnesium. Anything else I should be stocking up on?
Oh, there's more. Don't forget about iron, which is essential for carrying oxygen throughout the body.
Oh, right. Iron's super important.
It is, and you guessed it, fermentation helps with iron absorption too, which is great news for anyone who might be struggling with iron deficiency.
It's like bee bread is a master key, unlocking all these nutrients for us.
It is. It's really amazing.
All right, well, I'm definitely impressed with the vitamin and mineral profile.
Good. I'm glad. But we can't forget about those enzymes and beneficial microorganisms we mentioned earlier, remember?
Oh, right, the microscopic helpers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So thanks to that incredible fermentation process, bee bread is actually teeming with beneficial bacteria,
Okay.
primarily lactic acid bacteria.
Like the stuff in yogurt.
Yep. And they're the real superstars when it comes to a healthy gut microbiome.
Oh, right, because our gut health is so important.
Oh, it's essential. Research is showing more and more just how crucial the gut microbiome is for everything from digestion to immunity to even our mental health.
So even the bees understand the importance of gut health.
It seems that way. And then there are those amazing enzymes we talked about.
Right. What do those do again?
So bee bread contains proteolytic enzymes, which are these little helpers that break down proteins into those easily absorbable amino acids we talked about earlier.
Oh, right. So they're like making sure we get the most out of those proteins.
That's it. And then we've got Saccharomyces yeast in there too.
Legit.
Another one of those beneficial microorganisms contributing to the fermentation process, preventing spoilage, and even supporting immune function.
Wow. So it's like this whole ecosystem of goodness happening inside bee bread.
It really is.
All right. Well, I'm convinced bee bread is like a microscopic party.
It is.
But I have one more question about the nutrient profile.
Go for it.
We often hear about antioxidants in those superfoods everyone's raving about.
Yeah,
Does bee bread have those too?
it does. Bee bread is loaded with polyphenols and flavonoids, which are basically nature's potent antioxidants.
Okay, and those are good because...
They're the warriors that fight inflammation, protect our cells from damage, and just generally support our overall health.
Oh, right. Antioxidants are the good guys.
They are. Some of the key players in bee bread include quercetin, which is known for its cardiovascular benefits and anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay.
Rutin, which strengthens blood vessels and also acts as a powerful antioxidant.
Wow.
And camphorol, which has both anti-inflammatory and even some anti-cancer properties.
Wow, so bee bread is like a natural pharmacy.
Pretty much. It's pretty
Wow.
amazing how much nature packed into this one little food.
I know. So to recap, bee bread offers this incredibly diverse and potent array of nutrients, all made more available to our bodies through that fascinating fermentation process.
Yeah.
It's absolutely mind-blowing. But what I'm really eager to hear about are the potential health benefits.
Okay.
I mean, what can this nutritional powerhouse actually do for us?
Well, that's where things get really exciting. Bee bread's potential benefits are truly remarkable, and they span a wide range of health areas.
Okay, well, I'm ready. Lay it on me. What can bee bread do?
All right, let's explore the potential of bee bread together.
Let's unlock the potential of bee bread then. Where do we even begin?
Well, let's start with the foundation of well-being. Our digestion.
Okay.
Bee bread really shines in this area.
I can imagine with all those probiotics and enzymes we talked about.
Exactly. They work together to create this, thriving gut microbiome,
Mm-hmm.
which helps with everything from breaking down food to absorbing nutrients more efficiently.
Oh, it's like giving our digestive system a tune-up.
Yeah, natural tune-up. And speaking of supporting our systems, we can't forget about immunity.
Right. Everyone's looking for ways to boost their immune system these days.
It's so important, and bee bread can definitely play a role there.
Okay, how so?
Well, first of all, it's loaded with antioxidants, those powerful compounds that protect our cells from damage.
Right, like a shield against those harmful free radicals.
Exactly. We're talking vitamin C, vitamin E, all those flavonoids we discussed earlier.
Okay.
They're all working together to strengthen our defenses.
It's like bee bread is building a fortress around our cells,
I like that, a fortress of antioxidants.
keeping those invaders out.
But it doesn't stop there. Bee bread also contains essential minerals like zinc and iron, both crucial for a healthy immune response.
Yeah, okay.
And of course, we can't forget about those beneficial bacteria from fermentation.
Right, the gut health connection.
Exactly. They play a key role in a balanced gut microbiome,
Huh.
which is increasingly recognized as being super important for our immune system.
It's amazing how everything's connected.
It really is. Our bodies are these complex, interconnected systems.
Totally. Okay, well, I'm sold on the digestion and immunity benefits, but I'm always looking for natural ways to boost my energy levels.
Yeah, I hear. Yeah,
Can bee bread help with that too?
absolutely. Bee bread provides sustained energy thanks to its unique combination of carbohydrates, B vitamins, and those amino acids we talked about.
Because it's like long-lasting energy.
Yes, it's not that kind of quick burst you get from sugar that leaves you feeling all jittery and then you crash.
Yeah, I hate that.
Bee bread is more like a slow-burning fuel, giving you that consistent energy throughout the day.
So it's like trading those energy drinks for something more natural.
Exactly. And way better for you in the long run.
I like that. More sustainable energy.
And it's not just about physical energy either.
Oh.
Bee bread can also support mental clarity
Yeah.
and focus.
Really? How so?
Well, remember those omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids we discussed earlier?
Mm-hmm.
They're crucial for brain function. And bee bread is a great source of them.
Okay.
Plus, it also has glutamic acid, which supports those neurotransmitters in our brain.
So it's like brain food.
You got it. It can really help with things like memory, focus, and overall cognitive function.
It sounds like bee bread is the perfect pre-meeting snack.
It could be. Or a great study buddy.
Exactly. All right, well, we can't talk about overall well-being without addressing heart health.
Right.
So what's the deal with bee bread and our hearts?
Well, bee bread's got a lot to offer when it comes to cardiovascular health.
Okay, good.
It's packed with potassium and magnesium, which are both essential for regulating blood pressure.
Oh,
And those
yum.
antioxidants we keep talking about,
Yeah.
they're also working hard to protect our blood vessels from damage and promote healthy blood flow.
So it's like bee bread is giving our hearts a little TLC.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping everything running smoothly.
Love it. Okay, so we've covered some pretty major health areas, but let's shift gears for a second and talk about something a little more superficial.
Okay.
Skin, hair, nails.
Ah, yes, the beauty trifecta.
Exactly. So can bee bread help us achieve that radiant glow?
You bet it can.
Mm.
Bee bread is full of nutrients that support healthy skin, hair, and nails.
Okay, like what?
Well, for starters, it's got biotin, also known as vitamin B7, which is really important for hair and nail growth.
Oh, right, biotin.
And then we have vitamin E, which we talked about earlier, that helps protect our skin from damage.
Okay.
And of course, all those antioxidants are working hard to fight those signs of aging.
So it's like a beauty supplement from nature.
Exactly. You're nourishing yourself from the inside out.
I love that. But beauty's more than skin deep, right? What about hormonal health?
Ah, yes, hormones, a whole other world.
Can bee bread support our hormones and maybe even fertility?
It can indeed. Bee bread contains zinc and selenium, which are both important for hormone production, and those essential fatty acids that are vital for hormonal balance. Traditionally, bee bread has been used to support fertility and regulate menstrual cycles.
Really?
Yeah, and modern research is actually starting to explore these benefits in more detail,
Wow, it's amazing how this ancient food can have such a profound impact on our bodies.
isn't it? There's still so much we're learning about it.
That's really exciting. Okay, so we've talked about hormones, but what about detoxification? I mean, our bodies are constantly dealing with toxins from the environment, from the food we eat, everything.
Like our poor livers.
Exactly. So can bee bread help us get rid of those toxins more effectively?
Well, bee bread's got some pretty impressive detoxifying properties.
Okay, like what?
Well, first of all, it supports our liver function, which is like the main hub for detoxification in our bodies.
Got to keep that liver happy.
Right. Bee bread also promotes a healthy gut microbiome, which plays a role in eliminating those waste products.
Okay.
And it even has certain compounds that can bind to heavy metals and help flush them out of our systems.
So it's like bee bread's giving our internal cleaning crew a boost.
Exactly. Helping your body naturally detoxify.
I like that, a natural approach to detoxification.
And while we're on the topic of supporting our systems, we should also mention bone health.
Right. Bone health is so important, especially as we age.
Absolutely. And bee bread can definitely contribute to strong bones. Well, remember how it's a good source of calcium?
Yeah.
Well, that's key for bone health. But it's not just calcium. It's also got magnesium and phosphorus in there, which are both essential for strong bones as well.
So it's like a bone-building trio.
Yeah, exactly. And those anti-inflammatory properties we've been talking about, they can also help with joint health and conditions like arthritis.
It's like bee bread's got something for everyone.
It really does. It's pretty amazing how many areas it can potentially benefit.
It is, and speaking of benefits, we've talked a lot about physical health, but what about our mental and emotional well-being?
That's an important one, too.
Can bee bread play a role there as well?
It can. Bee bread can actually impact our mood and stress levels.
Really? I'm intrigued. How does that work?
Well, remember those B vitamins. They're not just good for energy, they're also crucial for regulating neurotransmitters in the brain.
Oh, right. Those chemicals that affect our mood.
Exactly.
Huh.
And bee bread is packed with those mood-boosting B vitamins.
So it's like natural mood support.
Yeah, some people even report feeling a sense of calm and well-being after consuming bee bread.
I could definitely use some of that.
We all could. It's like bee bread is helping us on so many levels. Physical, mental, emotional.
It's really remarkable. I have to admit, though, with all these amazing benefits, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
I can understand that.
Like, how do we actually incorporate bee bread into our lives? Do we just eat it straight from the jar?
Well, there are lots of delicious and convenient ways to enjoy bee bread.
Okay, good.
We've got some practical tips to help you add this nutritional powerhouse to your routine.
Perfect. I'm all ears.
So stay tuned. We're going to share all our bee bread secrets.
Well, this has been an absolutely fascinating deep dive into the world of bee bread.
It really has.
I mean, who knew this humble substance created by those busy bees could have such a profound impact on our health and well-being?
It's truly amazing, isn't it?
It is. We've covered so much today, from how bee bread is made and its fascinating history to its incredible nutrient profile and the wide range of potential health benefits.
Hopefully everyone listening feels as inspired by bee bread as we are.
I hope so too. And remember, this is just a starting point for your own exploration of bee bread.
Yes, do your own research, experiment, and see how it makes you feel.
Exactly. And as always, consult with your healthcare professional for personalized advice.
Always a good idea.
So until next time, happy exploring, and may your journey be filled with the sweetness and nourishment of bee bread.